Oh, hey.
And then it was that fast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Geek Spot News. Got a ton of stuff to talk to you all about tonight.
We-
Yeah, sure. I'm Jack. That's 1 week. I'll get it. That's Frank.
Flash.
Good to see you. We're on at a special night. Charles, hey, how's it going? Already joining the conversation a few minutes late, day late, couple hours, something, one of the things. So
Yeah.
we're going to hop right into it. How you been, man?
I'm good. It's been a week.
It has been a week. Have you
Yes.
done anything exciting? Watched anything? I heard there was some big wrestling stuff that happened, but I don't want to spoil your
Now,
island
yeah,
of relevancy.
I was sorry. I was pulling up stuff I needed. I'm set up now. Yes, Saturday, Sunday, SummerSlam. We're going to talk about it on the Island of Relevancy tomorrow night. You can find us on YouTube and hear all about our SummerSlam thoughts and the surprise and shocking return of a once thought banned WWE superstar. Oh, it's all good to see Brock Lesnar back on WWE TV once again. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. We had a nice big pool party at Matt's on Saturday or on Sunday. Good 10 or 20 people there, I think. It was nice. I had a hockey game last night. One game. That's why we didn't play. That's why we didn't play Geek Spot News last night, because I played hockey. One game elimination. We won, and now we're in the finals. It was only 4 teams.
It's exciting. When's the finals?
Maybe Thursday. They're still trying to hammer out. It's supposed to be a Thursday. It's a Thursday night league, so it's supposed to be Thursday.
Oh, good.
But they're trying to shift it all around because certain people can't make it, and it's.
Well, congratulations and best of luck in the next round of the playoffs.
If we win, it's going to be. It's a miracle where we made it to this round. So.
Yeah, it's all good.
What about you? What I'm sorry. The ring only looked small because they were shooting weird camera angles, I think. But anyway, I apologize.
It's the rumor. Yeah. It wasn't as big as usual.
No, they didn't clear the foliage around the ring to make it look bigger.
Just watched a Frankie May video about that earlier today. Anyway, not Frankie May, Ralphie May. Wow. Anyway, yeah, not a whole lot for me, man. I watched some stuff. Some stuff premiered, which was cool. I went and saw another theater show because I just can't get enough local and community theater at this point. So saw Footloose, went and played a band gig, which is cool. Which that band is now on Instagram and Facebook, all reset up. Even though they've been around 6 years, there was no Instagram, so I fixed that. So go follow Fab Fly Band on when you get a minute. You can get to them through Jack Kid Music on my site too. There's a whole page dedicated to the band now.
So, are you officially in the band now?
I mean, I've been in the band for years, yeah.
I thought you were just kind of filling in here and there.
It seems like that because we don't play a lot.
Okay.
Because two of us also have full-time solo careers playing. But anyway.
I know how you feel. It was like that when I was in the Rockets.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, so I did that, had an acoustic show, the village, as they're called around these parts, from the crew that we've grown into locally, all came out, which was awesome. So great to see them. And then, got the uni coming up this weekend. I got Volbeat and Hailstorm Sunday.
Yes, you do.
So that'll be good. And, it's about where it's at. Not a ton going on, but a ton of stuff dropped. A lot of premieres this week. I finally did watch Happy Gilmore 2, so we can hit that in a little bit.
Oh, good.
Talk about the wonders of 60-year-old Adam Sandler. So that's where I'm at with that. I did manage to sneak in plenty of Office episodes and finish season 8, so I'm sure Dom's excited to hear about that shortly.
It's all right. I got Star Wars news in a couple minutes now that just popped
Nice.
out of nowhere on me.
Nice. So I think we got a list. Do we have a list?
Do have a list. Thanks to you. I found a different list, but I'm going to go with the one that you sent me.
Okay.
Because it is completely spot on our genre. This is now published 3 days ago from Screen Rant. Our Screen Rant lists are so miss or hit. Mostly miss when we do these, but we'll see. These are the 20 best fantasy. Let me try this again. Take two. 20 best fantasy shows of all time. That's a bold start to a list.
It is. Now, mind you, it's fantasy specific.
Okay. This is fantasy. Now, again, I have not even looked at number
fantasy
20.
specific.
I have not looked at number 20. I do not know how this list goes. You sent me the link. I didn't even look at it until today.
I'm excited you have not looked at the list.
No. Did you look at the list?
I did.
Okay.
Just before we hit the list, to answer Dom's question real quick. Yes.
I don't get the willies.
All of the spinoffs are actually very, very good. I would do them in order: Fear the Walking Dead, make it through the first season and a half, 2 seasons. They're actually fairly short, those two. And then it's fantastic. It was better than Walking Dead for once like season 4 hits of that show. And Beyond the Walking Dead was great. Yeah, I've enjoyed all the spinoffs quite a bit, especially the Rick and Michonne one that they did.
Me too.
So, number 20.
Number 20. Now, depending on where the rest of this list goes, I would actually put this a little higher. But at number 20, we have True Blood that ran from 2008 to 2014. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of True Blood.
It did go a little off the rails.
It went a lot off the rails. It went a lot off the rails. The last season, I don't even think I finished it.
Yeah, I watched through all of them. I don't remember anything about the last season because it was Sunday nights, late night was not easy.
Well, it wasn't easy when you worked in a cover band for those years, and we play Sunday nights.
And somehow the Rotten Tomatoes critics score for True Blood was all the way down to a 68, which is surprising because it was really well beloved. For quite a while. Look, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think this is low for True Blood.
Yeah.
And TV fantasy shows for sure.
At number 19, which it's still ongoing, and I never grabbed it. I tried. The Witcher. I didn't, like I said, it didn't grab me, and I tried 2-3 episodes of it, and I just was like, eh. I never finished the game.
Look, it's long. It's involved.
It is, and I usually
all side quests. So many side quests.
The game or the show?
The game is the show is just one big side quest.
But I like games like that. I really enjoy the side quests of games. I played a good amount of that game, but I never finished it.
There's like 4 of them.
The most recent one was it the Witcher 3? I guess it was.
I think that was the big one. Yeah. My problem is I have so little time when I jump into a game that I'm awake and coherent for it that I like get through a side quest and that's it. So it's really tough for me to get into those games. I did play The Witcher 3 for a little bit. It's good.
And
I watched every episode of this show. The first 2 seasons were good, not great, but good. And maybe it's only 2 seasons in. I thought it was already 3 in.
I think it's 3 in because they've already switched the lead.
But the last season was hard to follow. It was very poorly edited, and there was things where you're like, oh, well, they're gonna, and they did something that, like, spoilers for last season of The Witcher. They did like things that would have explained a change to his look and a new face, and then they didn't just leave it at that and set it up for the new person coming in, even though it was already announced.
Right.
Instead, they brought back Henry Cavill. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just let it be like, okay, and he's on this bed with these healing things on him, and when he comes back with looking a little different. That's like the easiest daytime soap opera way ever to explain it, right? And then they screwed that up before the end of it.
Of course they did. Now, is that good at 19?
I think that's high even. I don't know if it's even in the top 20 for me.
The next one's pretty high for me. The next one at 18 is a series that we didn't get to see the end of, and this is the rare thing where it's the Wheel of Time. Okay, we got 3 seasons of the Wheel of Time, and normally what happens with shows is, they stink, they get good, they get good, and this show actually stunk. Season 1 was really just not good, but then season 2 built on it and was a little bit better, and season 3 was a lot better than season 2 was, and as a huge, book nerd of this show, and we've talked about it before, I tried to separate the book from the show because the show went so in a different direction in places.
Yeah.
It's a shame we're not going to get to see some of the really, really awesome stuff that was coming.
Fingers crossed still that Apple ends up picking it up.
It's an expensive show to do, man. I mean,
yeah, but that's all Apple does.
Yeah, that's true. They don't care if they're losing money.
No, so we'll see. Look, I think, as you said, like the show just got better and better and better. So I think in of all time, 18 is probably an okay spot for it.
Yeah, no, it really is. At 17, a show that I never watched once, The Adventures of Merlin. Ran from 2008 to 2012. It was a BBC One show. I've seen some snippets of it on the Comet channel, I think it is that's where Stargate plays now, SG1. I never watched it.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch this one. I don't even know any of the stars, I don't think. It's only got a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes for season 1, so that makes it a tough pitch. Hey T in the chat, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
overall though, 85% critic score and 88% audience score over 5 seasons. So like it looks like it found its footing and got good. I would assume, being it's a BBC show, it's probably only 10 episode seasons, so maybe worth a watch at some point, depending on how the rest of this list goes.
It doesn't date well. The special effects that I saw for it, even though it literally is
but
not that
that's
old.
BBC effects, like Doctor Who. Ooh,
that's true. That's
rough.
True.
But as long as you go in, like, again, if like you accept, like, this is where it's at.
Yep.
And this is what it's going to be,
that's
then you know, you just roll with it. Like watching 2005 Christopher Eccleston Doctor Who is like rough.
Yeah, it was.
But you're like, yeah, it's a sign of the times.
At 16, we have a show I've never heard of, A Discovery of Witches. Ran from 2018 to 2022. I have no idea what this is.
So Discovery of Witches was great.
Okay.
I watched, I think, the first season-ish. I didn't keep watching it because it was just hard to get to.
Gotcha.
It was on AMC.
Oh, okay.
And before AMC Plus, it was one of those, like, when's it on? I don't know, because AMC forgot to tell anybody.
Right.
But it was like, it was a really interesting concept, and it was pretty cool. It was like so this is probably a good spot. I don't know that it's better than True Blood or Wheel of Time, though. So I think this is a little high spot for this one.
At number 15, again, something I never watched, which probably is going to be which is a shocking, actually common theme in a fantasy genre. Attack on Titan ran from 2013 to 2023.
This has been raved about forever. The list T is the top 20 fantasy TV shows of all time.
Yes.
So Attack on Titan, yeah, I've never watched it. I have never gotten into those big anime ones. But I know that it's in the pantheon of anime series. In the top. Look, and Matt Mercer's in the cast, Josh Grell, like a lot of big voice actors from the US.
Yeah.
That we hear about doing things. And it's got 100% seasons 2 through 4
That's
score on Rotten
pretty
Tomatoes.
Awesome. At number 14 is a show I always wanted to watch, but never just found time to watch it. It wasn't for lack of not interest, but The Vampire Diaries ran from 2009 to 2017.
Yeah, I mean, it was a CW show. Do you need to hear more? Like it was like every CW show
basically,
where it went like 4 seasons too long,
right?
And just kept trying, or like NBC shows that ran like 5 seasons too long.
Paul Wesley came out of that show and ended up on Strange New Worlds as Captain Kirk.
Look, it had 3 spinoffs.
It
Like the
did.
Originals is a spinoff. I
Yeah.
forget what the other one was, but yeah, it was fun. It was a CW show again. Its longevity might rank it above some of the other shows we've already listed so far.
Number 13. Again, this is a show I had always had an interest in watching and never went to find. Maybe now I might
Still going.
do that.
It's still on
Outlander.
the show.
Outlanders ran from 2014. This says to 2025, but that's now.
Well, the final season's starting like next week or this week.
Gotcha. So this is a time travel show based on a book series.
It's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
I watched the first like 2 or 3 seasons, and it's the lead woman gets sent back in time into somebody else's body.
So like Quantum Leap ish.
Sort of, but then they kind of explain it, but then they don't. But I'm sure they have, because I only watched like the first 3 seasons because I watched them when they first came out, and then it was another one of those. I don't think I had Showtime for a couple years or whatever channel it's Stars. So yeah, I haven't had Stars in
Nobody
forever.
had Stars.
No, and I'm not going to get Stars just for that and like to watch John Wick.
No.
So that's why I bailed on that, because I think I changed my cable package that didn't include Stars anymore, so I was out.
Yeah.
But the show was very well done.
Okay.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
At number 12, a show that I just refused to watch at this point. I tried, wasn't into it. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, 2022 to present.
It is worse than Wheel of Time, for sure.
Okay.
It is worse than True Blood.
Wow.
I mean, we'll see how it ends, and if they get a 4th season, because season 3 they don't have time to wrap it up.
Okay.
Rings of Power is not awful. It's a good show. No, I watched the first like book or 2 of Power, and then I lost Stars too. So it was a very sad time in my house. No Power, no Outlander.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm okay not watching Rings of Power.
Look, it's gorgeous. You look at it and you're like, this is gorgeous and so expensive.
I watched a couple episodes and it just I couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that's the draw of it. It is just a pleasure to watch because it looks so damn good.
It's no Scrubs. At number 11, this feels low for this, but again, this was a show I wanted to watch, but didn't have time to watch during the band years. Supernatural ran from 2005 to 2020. Now, and it's the Eric Kripke show.
And
now,
those are full 22 episode seasons. This isn't any of this 6 or 7 episode crap.
That's a lot of TV. It's got a really great cast. And my son has watched this, I want to say 4 or 5 times all the way through. He loves this show. Yeah.
I was a regular watcher from like, I think I watched the first couple seasons on somewhere. And I watched through maybe like season 8, and then it just went off the rails. And I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But look, it went off the rails in the way of like, they knew it went off the rails, and they just kept going for 7 more years.
Well, this says 9 of their 15 seasons have perfect 100% scores on Rotten Tomato.
Which is because nobody watched it outside of the people that were fans of the show. But like it got wild. Like Dean, because there was seasons where like Sam was the devil, and then Dean became God, and like
yeah, I'm okay. To answer T's question, if either of us have watched Raised by Wolves, I did not.
No, I looked at it. I think it's on my watch list still, honestly, but I did not ever dig into Raised by Wolves. I think that was an Isaac Asimov, right?
Mm-hmm. So hitting the top 10 now is a show that I've never heard of that ran from 1999 to present on Fuji TV, which is not something I probably would have. This is called One Piece. This looks like a...
Oh, no. One Piece is a big deal.
It is a big deal. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not dissuading and saying it's not, because I know how huge
the One Piece manga is about to have more issues worth more money than Superman. Jesus.
Well, this says it's got over 1,000 episodes, so that's
pretty.
Now,
season 2 coming shortly on Netflix.
They just
one was already out on Netflix.
Okay, so they started it over there.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show. I reviewed the whole thing. It was good. You were here.
Oh, cool. I remember.
Yeah, season 2, Joe Manganiello,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
all sorts of people coming.
Okay.
It's great. The manga's good. My kid tried watching it. It's tough because there is so many episodes that it's not all in one place. So it's like
Gotcha.
some of it was on Hulu, but then you had to go to like Crunchyroll for some, and then you got to go here for other ones. By the way, Supernatural 327 episodes.
Jeez.
Um, but yeah, One Piece is fantastic, and the story is super cool. And the story of the pirates there
Um.
is pretty neat. It's out there. I would say that's 10 is probably low for One Piece.
Okay.
Actually, if we're counting in all the animated stuff.
Coming in at number 9 is a show I actually have seen probably most of these episodes. Thank you for black and white TV back in the day. Running from 1959 to 1964, the original Twilight Zone. It had some phenomenal episodes. It really, really had some great episodes.
Yeah, and they've tried to remake it multiple times, and it just doesn't hold up
Yeah.
to the same way that it. Even the Black Mirrors are like very hit or miss. Not as many hits as Twilight Zone had
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah, I think that might even be a little low for Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how much of that's fantasy though. Like Twilight Zone's like iffy for me because it feels more sci-fi half the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that would knock it down the list a little bit. Like I don't know if Black Mirror is on this list. I hope not because Black Mirror is definitely sci-fi, not fantasy.
Well, at number 8, this is definitely fantasy. I was in and out of this show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer ran from 97 to 2003 and is on its way back with Sarah Michelle Gellar and a new cast.
Yeah.
The
And
young,
had the Angel spinoff, which went for years.
Yep, the young girl that was in Skeleton Crew is going to be the Slayer.
Oh yeah.
She was good. She was good in Skeleton Crew. She was one of the only parts I think I liked.
Yeah.
But I
She's one
never
of the least annoying kids on this show.
I never got to watch the whole thing again. It was an evening show, and it was usually probably on when I was out. From 97 to 2003, I was absolutely not home at night.
Yeah, I was ready to finally watch it, and it was when all of the weed and stuff hit, and it made it really tough for me to dig in.
Yeah. At number 7, the original series, Doctor Who, 1963 to 1989. Back when I actually watched some Doctor Who, when Mr. Baker was running around with his scarf and his long trench coat.
Yeah, again, I don't. This one hits more sci-fi than fantasy for me.
Yep, I agree.
But the original look, I mean, it set the standard for a lot. But I think all of those seasons, I think there was maybe like 4 good seasons out of that batch, and a lot of like really what.
And I only got to watch it on Channel 12 on
but you
Saturday
watched the good years.
afternoon.
The Baker years were like the good ones. The other ones are like, oh, this is really hard to keep track of and follow.
At number 6, I know this is a show you enjoyed. It's not a show that I had really any interest in. The Sandman.
It is not a top 6 for sure.
It's
good,
right?
And it's another one that like you watch it and it is gorgeous. Absolutely, you're like they spent all the monies on this show, and it looks like it, and it's the storytelling's. It's one of those, and I think I've said this on the show before. Like when I'm done with it, like I know it did something, but I don't know if I liked it or not. I just know that it took me on a journey. Every episode, it's great. The final 6, I'm trying to dig in to watch. It's not a show that I can watch with a 5-year-old around, so it's been a little tough to dig in and get through any of it. But I think it is a really good show. I don't think it's a number 6 on this list though, because
Now,
some of these that made a much bigger mark in the all-time category than this did.
Hitting number 5, it rubs me the wrong way a little bit because I don't look at this as fantasy. I look at this as sci-fi. Andor, while it was absolutely phenomenal, this is more sci-fi to me.
Yeah, well, and you would probably put Ahsoka above this, or Mandalorian.
No. This was better.
The Acolyte, you would put the Acolyte above.
Well, obviously, but this doesn't come off as even when you're looking on the thing here. the tags on it are TV 14 action adventure drama thriller sci-fi. It doesn't say fantasy on it at all. And again, this was a great show. One of my favorite shows that I've watched in the last.
Yeah, and like at least if it had lightsabers, I could say fantasy.
But
yeah, look, fantastic show. I don't think this one fits.
it doesn't fit. It definitely would fit in the top 5 of sci-fi shows, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to look for a sci-fi one of these.
Yes. Coming in at number 4, something I haven't seen yet, but I still actually have time to jump on this one. Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Great show. Not that great.
Not number 4 great.
No.
Okay.
Where it's at, it's like a number 18.
Okay.
But it was solid. It was better than the movie. And this is another one. I just saw the theater version of this. And yeah, it's good. It's a good story. I know it's a big YA series. Let's see, the person that wrote this article looks fairly young.
She does.
And expertise is Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, and fantasy.
Oh,
so she might not know what fantasy is.
She failed on fantasy because at number 3, the animated Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I know Dom sings its praises, and I'm pretty sure I think you watched the animated.
That's a solid spot for that. It's one of the best shows I've ever watched.
I really enjoyed season 1. If I get to see season 2 before I turn 60, I'll be happy.
Of the live action you're talking about?
Of the live.
Oh, the live action was crap compared to the animated one.
Okay, that's fair.
Like the animated one's hands down one of the best animated shows of all time. So I feel like this is a great spot for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, now I want to see what you think about this. Is this person just putting show names in here because they're popular? Because at number 2, Stranger Things is not a fantasy show. Is it?
It's more fantasy than it is. It's more fantasy horror than it is sci-fi. Yeah, it says science fiction like in the description, but I don't. It's
okay. I'll get.
It's more fantasy that touches on sci-fi. Because there's the upside down. It's another world. It's demogorgons. It's like a nighttime world with like demons and stuff like it's. Through parallel dimensions. Again, I don't know that it's a number 2. It's very good. The first couple seasons were exceptional.
Yeah.
Season 4 was rough.
Okay.
And so long.
I want to go and watch it. Season 5 is
going to be even longer.
I want to go and watch it only because so many people tell me that, like, why haven't I personally watched it? Because it's everything that my childhood was
100%.
Minus actual horror.
You would love everything about this show for the first 2 years.
Okay. I do want to go and watch it. Now, the number 1 show.
Season 3, you've been doing a podcast with me too long. And season 4, you'd probably be like, all right, let me nitpick this now. Because I have a negative impact on people.
Season 1, the number 1 fantasy show of the top 20 fantasy shows of all time, Game of Thrones. I can't really argue with it being at 1 on this list.
Out of these 20 shows, I would say this is. I'd be hard pressed between this and Avatar.
Not having seen Avatar and having the life sucked out of me by the final season of Game of Thrones, I could see it at number 1. I agree. At the beginning of this, I said the Screen Rant lists are miss or hit. Not hit or miss. They're miss or hit. This list was a big whiff. There's a lot of fantasy shows that they left off this.
Like Legends of the Seeker, Xena,
there's
Hercules.
There's a ton of shows. Well, Stargate ended up more science fiction than fantasy. Still, I can't put together my own list, but yeah, that list sucked.
Look, even where do you count Preacher?
Who?
Yeah, I know you didn't watch it.
Oh, No, I was
But
being serious.
Preacher is on that weird line of like it's
Oh,
religious, but it's fantasy, but it's
gotcha.
horror, but it's
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's based on a comic. There was no comic book stuff in this,
No,
which
not
is
at all.
interesting.
Would you consider comic book stuff as fantasy over sci-fi?
Depends on what it is.
Like take a Smallville. Like why doesn't Smallville crack your top 20?
Right.
Which ran for 200
Like, does that
plus
not count as
episodes.
fantasy because it's a comic book genre? I
I,
don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
And if
technically,
that's
that's
the case,
aliens.
and if that's the case, then you're gonna. I mean, I guess you can't pull in all the Marvel, one or two of the Marvel shows, but I get it.
Yeah, it gets tricky fast.
Yeah, it
I don't know.
does.
Like I said, there was some good stuff. There's some stuff on here that it makes me want to go. Like I feel like I should go watch Attack on Titan.
There you go.
And I'm not going to go rewatch the rest of Outlander.
What I want to know is, I want to know about a show that you watched that you had to cram in.
Loved
What
it.
you had to five episodes, six
So many.
episodes
So many.
this time around.
Well, I need like 6.
Yeah.
6 a week. I don't know if I hit 6, but I did finish season 8.
Okay.
Was my goal. Because God, this season it was no good. There was nothing good about this season.
Well, the best part.
The best part is that, but by the end of it, they said, "Shit, we really screwed up this show on this season. So let's just retroactively cancel everything that we did this season." I don't know if it'll stay canceled. I don't know who sticks around in season 9 or doesn't.
I'm
But
not gonna tell you.
I'll rock through these.
Yeah.
And I gotta look at T stuff too. I gotta find Sliders. I gotta go watch Raised by Wolves. I gotta watch Misfits. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm gonna actually go back and do Twisted Metal.
Oh, so good.
I know.
All right, so we got Get the Girl, which was just fine.
Yep.
This is when Nellie randomly decides to move to Pennsylvania and take over the office, and everybody just lets her.
Yep.
And Andy's drove way past Tallahassee because he's an idiot again.
Yep.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's like the whole episode, and now Nellie runs the place.
Yep.
Couple good quotes in there. I mean, I don't know why Andy was shaving in the ocean. I can think of nothing but massive amounts of pain doing that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But
Dry
they didn't
shaving.
even milk that laugh where like every time he shaved, he would wince. Like they didn't even do that.
Dry shaving might be one of the worst things in the world.
I don't mind dry shaving.
I do.
But he was shaving on the sand with
Right.
ocean water.
Right. Right.
Ow.
Yeah. Thanks, BP.
I did appreciate there was one good joke in here. Oh, all right. So you're attracted to Nellie, huh?
Oh, I absolutely.
You really, if you haven't watched the Donna Noble years of Doctor Who, go watch those because she wasn't as gaunt.
I despise her in this show.
And she's I liked her much better as Donna Noble than as Nellie.
I despise Nellie as a character as much as you despise Jim and Pam.
Yeah, I mean she's awful as
Yes.
as Donna Noble.
It's worse.
No, like as Donna Noble, also like a horrible person.
Oh, okay. Well, that's her thing now.
However, like they redeem her in that. But the best quote was that those who can't farm celery, because he called her a celery farmer.
Yeah.
That was like the one quote that I liked through it. And she just tries to give everybody raises to get past. Like it was. I
had a lot. I had a lot of issues with that episode too.
Then we get Welcome Party.
It was a great episode.
Look, beginning of it was great with them going to Stanley have a mustache, and then I was like, I'm pretty sure he's had a mustache the whole time.
Totally forgot while I was watching it.
And the drawings of him with and without a mustache.
Yeah. Pam's a great artist.
Yeah, Dwight being like, that looks like no creature that has ever lived or died or ever been imagined by anybody. With that being said, the one with the mustache. Right. Look, Dwight's had some good zingers in this stretch. He's like the only one that's really hanging in here. I mean, Robert calls out Pam for being an awful employee because she's still awful. It's 9:50. She's sitting there sipping her coffee, warming up for the day, watching YouTube.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And Nellie's even that late. And then we find out all the stuff about they want us to be sympathetic for Nellie, but she's not any less of a piece of shit the whole time. So like, it doesn't really work. It's the show does these weird things where they're like, here's why this person's, you should feel bad for them, but they're still going to be awful.
Yep.
Like it's every time for me, like that is like a total swing and a miss. Like, don't try and make me feel sympathy for these people. But it's more, they do it more as a way to redeem Jim and Pam and make them seem like good people, where even though they were planning these horrible things to do to Nellie, they're like, oh, well, we shouldn't do that to her. So that's going to be the laugh, that Jim and Pam are going to be better people all of a sudden now.
Well, this episode also spawned a hell of a gif.
Which one was from this episode?
Why are Jim and Dwight treating the magician poorly?
Oh, I don't know if I know that one.
I do.
Oh,
that was the best part of the whole episode to me. Was the magician in the break room? That was the
see, my favorite part was when they found the old pictures.
They were good
of Nellie's ex, and Dwight's just not listening to Jim explain the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was probably the only kind of funny part of the episode.
I just like Jim ruining all the magician's things to try and save face for Nellie, while you probably just saw it as Jim being a piece of shit.
Oh, and at the same time, we have Andy trying to break up with Jessica.
Right. That was really odd and awful.
Yeah, that was like the cringe humor that this show like sometimes ventured into.
Yeah, no, that was just
never did well for me.
That was awful.
And like then Hank, the security guard's back all of a sudden, even though I feel like it's been years since he was on the show.
No, you know.
But that's fine. Yeah, I forget what it was where she had a name for the box, which was funny too.
No.
But look, I'm a fan of Catherine Tate from Doctor Who.
Right. That's what I think.
The way she plays the character in Doctor, and she's like a hilarious comedian. Because that's what she did.
I just hate her on this show.
Yeah, well, it's because she's like most people on the show, an awful human being.
Yeah.
Then we got Angry Andy, where they had the Phyllis cliches about the rain. It was almost good. It was a fine opening. It was funnier than most of the ones this season had been.
Fair.
And then we're finally back to the full intro.
Yes.
Instead of the short little, quick one with just like half a second of the song.
Couple heroes cameos this season.
Yeah, so we get, right, Aaron and Andy are back in the office. Nellie's giving away all of Andy's stuff. Kevin's wearing a sweater that's not quite the right size for him. It was good. Oh. That was good. And then we get Ravi, that Pam set up Kelly with not because they're both Indian, except for Jim calls her out for being a racist piece of shit. And apparently Ryan and Kelly broke up at some point.
Yeah, they always
off camera, which would have been way more fun to have that battle somewhere in the show, like as a counterpoint to if they would have been bringing up side by side with Andy and Jessica's breakup, would have been great.
Right.
But yeah, and we get Sindel Ramamurthy from Heroes, Mahinder Suresh, and blood work on the Flash.
So
many things.
Very good.
And then the security guard's back because Andy calls him on Nellie.
Yep.
And he's just a dick.
Yep.
Which is fine. And Angela's happy to start docking Andy's paycheck because Nellie tells him to. And then, yeah, it was weird. Tries to get everybody to do the Rudy thing. Again, not a great.
No.
There was a couple things where they continued in the back and forth with Ryan trying to tell Kelly that he loves her and doesn't love her, and I don't love that storyline. So that was just really boring to me.
Fair.
Because they're not involved enough. Like Kelly hasn't been involved in the show in like 4 years.
Well,
she like pops up, but she's not like early on. She was way more involved in the stories.
Yeah, but she's in the back writing. That's what she does. She writes.
Yeah, I know, but she was a big character the first couple seasons, and then she's not anymore. Until she started dating Ryan, she was actually like pretty relevant to the storylines. And then you get Jim and Pam reading Ryan's poem at the end and getting all choked up because he's super emo, and they love that about him. But I also appreciate all the cameos of Nate coming to clean everything up as the janitor randomly throughout the episode.
Yeah.
Then we get Fundraiser, which this was another huge cringe episode, the whole thing.
Very cringe, and it is a very cringe episode.
And you get Ryan overblowing as people do about Smokey Robinson having died.
Like that was funny.
And that was pretty good. And they were like, well, tell us some of his songs, like Tears in My Heart, right? Tears in My Heart.
Tears of a Clown.
No.
Yeah.
Tear in My Heart.
What was Tears of a Clown?
No, the song he keeps talking about is um that Tears of the Clown is one of the ones they bring it. It's actually I heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Isn't
the Smoke Man wouldn't want that.
Right. Yeah. So there was that. That like the opening was pretty good. And then we get Angela's husband doing the fundraiser. Robert California bought 2 tables.
Good
Because
man.
we go back
here.
and forth between him being loaded and him not being loaded. And
He's always loaded.
And freaking out that Andy's in the parking lot with before that at the office, and they all go out, which was weird just to find out that Andy's going to the fundraiser. The Dwight recurring thing of him just guessing the price for all of this stuff, that was a pretty good shtick.
Yeah.
But like 2 episodes ago, Pam would have totally told him.
Yeah, but they were all focused on something else.
Yeah, I know. They were fighting over the stupid centerpiece.
No, they were focused on if Senator Lipton's gay or not.
No, she was fighting with Phyllis the whole episode over the centerpiece because Phyllis was bullying her.
That too.
Yeah, it was weird, and yeah, I don't like the sloppy drunk thing. Like it's just not my kind of humor. So didn't love this episode.
What about Nellie eating a taco?
That was weird.
Right.
Like it's not like they don't have tacos in Britain.
It was very weird. It was funny, but it was weird.
And then they never touch on the Daryl Nelly thing again. So okay.
Yeah, actually, they don't.
I was confused. I liked seeing David Wallace because he was one of my favorite parts of the show for a long time.
Well, that's good.
And then when he sold Suck It to the military for $20 million, I appreciated that.
That's good that you like David Wallace.
And just Kevin like spitting truth the whole episode, just in the background. I was like, I used to be Dwight's the dumb one in the office. I don't know who it used to be.
Right.
Like, you know, it was all
Oh,
right.
Andy, you're okay.
And then there was the weird with Andy adopting all the dogs, trying to show him up. Like,
that's where Kevin was like, "You're not okay. This is horrible."
Yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to adopt these 14 dogs." And it's like, Aaron just needs to tell him no. Yeah. But the end teaser was great too when it's Kevin talking about his dog.
The first time I saw that, I was like, they're not going to get the F out of here. That was pretty good.
Yeah. All right, I'll rock through these last 2. And there's the Gabe. They think the Gabe's hot because he stopped using his hair gel and he's put on weight too. Meredith and
right.
Phyllis. We're gonna work on it, which is weird that Phyllis was gonna work on it, but whatever. So then we get Turf Wars the next episode.
It was.
Yeah, it was Gabe and Dwight going at it, and Jim talks them into the thigh burn contest just to make a meme.
That was funny. I enjoyed that.
Their cold open there. Back to the quick opening.
I enjoyed that.
Andy doing the weird, like coming in it was weird. Robert closed another branch. I like the guy that they brought in for that from True Blood. He
was in other stuff too.
He was in all the things.
Chris Bauer.
Yeah, he was great. Because we haven't mentioned any of the other offices in like years, so I thought I remembered everywhere except for Scranton closed at some point. Because Scranton was like the only successful office, so I really thought that most of the Dunder Mifflin offices closed.
I think no, because like you'll find out later that not all of them closed.
No, I know. Like I found that out here.
This one, yeah.
Like the robber closed one in a drunken stupor one night, which whatever. Yep. I've seen people do worse things. Yeah, like didn't know, left Nelly some random voicemail proposition or whatever. Like this is where you could tell they were like, oh, we over-indexed on all these people that we brought in this season that are all trash. So how do we get rid of all these people? Is where they started to flip that switch. So, and like Jim and Dwight just randomly admit, oh yeah, we created a fictional person so we get paid more money. Like what?
Yeah.
Because they had uncapped commissions at one point, so I guess they got rid of those.
At least Toby got some time.
Toby was great as Lloyd Gross.
And
he was a dick. He was great. Like that I appreciate. He's like, because every time they bring Toby, and he's like, this is how I see this character. So I'm going to try that.
That was great. I love Toby in that episode.
Yeah. And then they all race to the other office with Dan Castellaneta as the CEO. Homer Simpson is the CEO of Prestige, which is great. And Andy closes him, but Andy doesn't have a company, so that was weird.
Big Red Paper Company.
Yeah, I know. He just lied to the dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Cool.
But it pays off.
Yeah, because he went to David Wallace to get David. So, but let's go back to this. So he sold it for $20 million to the military.
20, 25? Yeah, I
No,
guess.
$20 million, he said.
Yeah. Okay.
That's nothing.
No.
To buy all of Dunder Mifflin.
So if you think about it, and if you want to really break it down, David Wallace is a CFO, so he obviously knows finance. So you don't think that he took that money and dumped it into something to make more money?
Yeah, I don't know that it had been that long.
Oh, been a
It couldn't have
couple of
been
years.
more than a year.
No, still.
'Cause
He could have played fast and loose in the stock market. He didn't
could've.
run Dunder Mifflin out of business.
He could have. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll explain it.
Maybe.
But like I said, like 20 mil, not a lot to buy a
But the
corporation.
company isn't worth, it's not worth what it used to be.
Because Robert California is an awful boss. I don't
Possibly.
Maybe.
Great character, awful boss.
Sure. Because yeah, when he was like he's gonna get him to buy Dunder Mifflin, I was like, but isn't that Saber? So that's weird.
No, well,
I know. They explain it the next episode. So then we get the Free Family Portrait Studio, which was the final episode of the season, which is a weird ass way to end the season.
written by and directed by BJ Novak.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah, it starts with the weird Oscar recording an uplifting message for young gay men, and then everybody in the office takes over the video.
Yeah. That was a little weird.
Then Dwight, being the owner of the building still, brings in a family photographer to try and get his kid in to get his DNA, which runs the whole time, which was great when he does the chase and has Mose follow and Angela gets all mad at Mose. And then just to wrap up that storyline, I guess Angela and Dwight end up doing it in the waiting room of the DNA place. They're going to wait for the next 72 hours. Okay. Yeah. There's not a lot in this episode.
No, there really wasn't.
Andy doing this all overplaying the sad and pathetic janitor thing where it was not funny.
Yeah, it was a bit much.
Val's boyfriend hanging at the warehouse keeps giving Daryl shit, so Daryl just lets him have it, which is good. But then Val comes up to get in his family photo. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was really cringe. Really cringe.
Like, what are you doing? And then when David does show up, Andy can't not walk all over him. And Joe Bennett, I guess, still owns Saber.
Or did?
It says she still owned it because it said Joe Bennett's going to liquidate the rest of Saber that's not Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah, she just gave up being CEO and turned it
Saber
over.
was a massive company that bought Dunder Mifflin.
Was.
Right, just weird. I guess the Saber phone was a bigger flop than they
killed the project, didn't they?
Yeah. No, for the retail side of it. Because they just wanted it online.
Yeah, those tablets, I didn't see those tablets working out.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I mean, look, if you remember the tablets back then, it could have been a piece of paper and a pen and worked as well as most of the original tablets.
That's true.
Yeah, so and then Robert California immediately introduces himself as Bob Kazamakis to David when he walks in the office. Then talks David into giving him $1 million to go wander Europe to help with the young girl, which I was like, okay, that's an easy way to get rid of him, I guess.
Yeah.
Write him off the show. And Nellie starts quoting Shakespeare, and Andy hires her back as a special project manager, which just means she doesn't really do anything. She's Pam, basically.
Look, you got 25 episodes left.
Yeah, not great. I'm excited this season's over because I looked at the ratings of these episodes and they were all so bad.
Yeah. Don't worry, you got 25 episodes left.
Great, let's do it.
Let's start now.
Yeah. We'll watch them together.
What else did you watch?
Ready,
huh? Yeah. What else did you watch, or do you want me to do like the three little bits of news thing I have?
Let's do the news, and then we'll hit up the couple things. And I want to put a challenge out there at the end of the news before we get through what we watched, everybody.
Okay. I think I know what it is. All right. So where is box office?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four took a little bit of a nosedive. It lost 80% of its viewership from week one. It still came in at number one in the 3-day total for the weekend, 3-day total, it took in $40 million
Mhm.
for a domestic cumulative $198 million for 2 weeks, which is not where I thought it would be. I thought it would be another 100 million or so higher by this time.
Yeah, it's I don't know that it's a rewatch. I felt the same about Superman. Like, I don't know that either one of them is like a big rewatch in the theater movie.
Superman I saw twice and was very pleased with that. Fantastic Four, if I don't see it again, I'm okay with that right now.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2 with 22.8 million was The Bad Guys 2. Coming in, it's 1 weekend total. Coming in at number 3, The Naked Gun with 17 million. I hear this is actually a really funny movie.
It's got great Rotten Tomatoes.
I want to go. I can't wait to go see it at some point. Dropping all the way down to number 4 with a 3-day total of 13.9 million and a cumulative 4-weekend domestic gross of 316.2 million was Superman. And at number 5, 5th weekend out, 8.4 million over the weekend and 317 domestic cumulative. So that's pretty good.
So look, I think, Liam and Pam are an item now. I did see that. Big age gap, but okay.
Whatever. That's good for them.
So, not for her, what she's done before. Most of them, you know. So I think I think Superman is on the verge of taking out Jurassic World for domestic.
Right.
And moving into the top 3 for the year. Because it's at 316 domestic, you said. Jurassic World's at 317 domestic, which is crazy.
Yeah.
They came out like not that far apart from each other, like the same week as Jurassic World's at 766 million internationally. It's
crazy,
4th
right?
for the year international. And other fun spot, Fantastic Four is at 197. Already took out Thunderbolts domestic. We'll probably take out Captain America: Brave New World this week.
We'll see. Right now, worldwide, Jurassic Park is at 768 million.
Yep.
Superman is at 553 million.
Yeah, I was just talking about domestic.
Yeah. Well, no, I know the domestic, but worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, F1 is at 546 million. Fantastic Four is at 371 worldwide.
Yeah, this is actually one of the bigger years for movie-wise domestically that we've had in quite a while.
It's great.
But from a Marvel standpoint, Fantastic Four is still in 3rd, but it's only been out for 2 weeks, and it will probably take out Thunderbolts this week and probably Captain America by the end of the summer.
Absolutely.
Which is scary that it might only come in a little bit ahead of Captain America internationally.
Yeah, that is.
That the Fantastic Four, that first family is not going to beat out the movie that has America in the title this year. It's wild to me.
I don't think people trust Marvel yet. So
no, but yeah, those are your look. Sinners, Fantastic Four already took out Sinners for the year by 2 million internationally.
Wow,
not even close domestic, but the Sinners didn't do well overseas. So
right, sticking with Liam Neeson, he was in interviews, he was not impressed with Qui-Gon Jinn's death.
Yeah, he
said, and I quote, "I thought my death was a bit mamby-pamby. I'm supposed to be a master Jedi. You know, my character fell for that. Oh, I'm going for your face. No, I'm not. I'm going for your stomach. Oh, you got me. Oh, please. Hardly a master Jedi." I think that's accurate and awesome.
Yeah, and look, it's been so long.
It has.
He'll be back in the next Obi-Wan series as a Force Ghost again. It'll be great.
Well, the news that I was referring to, I might as well stay with the Star Wars thing, is Star Wars Starfighter cast its villain role. Matt Smith landed the role of villain in Star Wars Starfighter.
Great. He's awesome.
Yes. Love it. Absolutely. What else do I have?
He needed to touch another big genre. He's already had, he needs a DC character after that, and then he's got it all.
Right.
So he'll have Doctor Who, he'll have Marvel, he'll have DC, he'll have Star Wars, he has Game of Thrones.
All the Spider-Man screenshots that are coming out of them filming Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah,
All the
costume looks
pictures.
good.
Costume looks great. And I said it in a chat with T and the other guys that I'm in the chat with, that it's kind of an homage to Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, and with him having met them in the last movie, it makes a lot of sense that he'd want to honor those two guys by designing his costume that way. I hope they write that into the movie. That would be great.
You don't hope it's just Punisher like made his costume for him,
No.
or Ironheart showed up and does stuff for him.
No.
Maybe he made a deal with Mephisto to get a new costume.
Maybe the engineer's back. Next year,
He's been Superman.
on April 30th, 2027, we're getting a re-release of Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the franchise.
They won't say what version.
Huh?
They won't
did
say
not-
what version,
They
though.
did not say.
Because there's
They
at
just
least
said the
3 versions of
re-release
that movie.
the original Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Some cut of the original Star Wars movie.
There's a cut of the original Star Wars movie coming up.
Somebody may shoot before somebody else. They might not. Who knows?
They might not. And the last little bit of news that I have, that Julianne Nicholson, who plays the main antagonist Samantha Sinatra Redwood in Paradise, revealed that filming is almost complete and they're in the end zone of season 2.
Can't wait. Double threat this year. Nominated for comedy and drama for an
It is,
Emmy.
it is a much different season this year where we explore outside the bunker, and there's a lot more action in different locations, and the energy sort of ramps up as the season goes on. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Her take is Dance Mom on Hacks. Oh, my God.
The only other piece of news I have is probably the challenge that you're going to throw out, so I'm not going to bring up that piece of news.
We can hit that, and then we'll just do a quick wrap up of the couple other things. So I know you didn't watch 2 of the 3 things that I did. So
Go ahead with your challenge.
So there was a very quiet drop of an Ice Cube movie that was filmed 5 years ago, from what I understand,
Very quiet.
on Amazon Prime, where it just showed up, and I'm like, oh, maybe that looks like I should watch that. It currently has a 0 on everything from a rating standpoint. So since it is a slow time of year for stuff for the most part right now, a little lull before the fall rush, and we start to see some more things come out, I would like all of us to watch,
There you go, T.
including T, to watch this War of the Worlds movie for next week's episode so we could chat about it. Because I want to see what happens when Frank doesn't like something. Like because odds are I'm going to love it based on history.
You might.
Because if Ice Cube knows he's in the worst movie ever made, I'm all for it.
I'm in. I will definitely box off some time to watch this. I'll try to watch this.
So we will all watch this before next week, and then we'll talk about it. It'll be great.
That sounds awesome.
So that's the challenge to everybody. And then the couple things that dropped this week, right? I did manage to watch Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes. What'd you think?
It was good. It's fine. It's very, very, very in line with the original Happy Gilmore. There's no real spoilers to it. I mean, just it was the original Happy Gilmore, just with Adam Sandler paying his family money to show up in his things. He's moved on from friends to family. That's all.
Great cameos. The plot was the plot.
I mean, yeah, the wife, both his daughters, all of them. It's fine.
The only thing that I could say that was shocking in that was the first 2 minutes of the movie. Did not expect that golf shot.
Yeah,
it works though.
I can't stand like the alcoholic drunk trope. Like, as somebody that spent time in the industry that we used to be in together.
Yes.
Like, I've seen that. It's never as pretty as they show it in these movies, and it's not something played for laughs.
No, I get it.
And just in general, right? Like,
yeah,
it can be funny, but like, oh, and he had alcohol in all over the house and in the cuckoo and blah blah blah. Okay. But overall, it was that's nitpicking. Like I said, I didn't expect much from this movie, and it delivered on everything that I would have expected from it. It's always nice to see Haley Joel Osment popping up left and right and things.
Yeah.
So there was that Twisted Metal. I know you're gonna watch. You better watch.
Actually, I am gonna watch
it. So
it.
good. First 3 episodes of the season 2 dropped. We are getting ready for the final of the Twisted Metal tournament to occur. Anthony Mackie's still so good. Everybody in the cast is great. They introduce a bunch of new characters, new factions. The guy playing Sweet Tooth, it's funny because it's voiced by Will Arnett, but it's not Will Arnett
as Sweet Tooth the clown.
Yeah,
that's Samoa Joe, the wrestler.
Yeah, but it's voiced by Will Arnett.
Right.
It's great. He's fantastic and hilarious. So yeah, that show's great. Go watch that show. Hopefully Frank will catch up. We'll start talking about that.
I watched about half of the first season, I think.
Sure. And then Eyes of Wakanda dropped. I liked it.
I'm actually gonna watch that too. It's only 4 episodes. However,
they're quick. I take it or leave it for me. Like it was fine.
The only problem I have with it, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say anything in case anybody hasn't watched it yet.
They do a lot of work tying things back to Marvel.
They do something in that movie that Marvel has already established as impossible to do. That's the only problem I have from what I read. I'll talk to you about it after the show real fast, but I don't want to spoil it in case anybody's going to go watch it. So.
Yeah, look, that's fine. Yeah, it was. I had it on. It never drew me in enough to pay attention to it because I was invested in any of the characters. And I think it's a weird spot that Marvel has put themselves in, where, if I'm going to wait for something for 2 years, or a year, or any amount of time, because I think they actually started working on this in 2020, if I remember Mark Bernardin talking about it right, because it's animation.
Yeah.
If you're going to give me stuff that's in the universe, I need you to like have an impact on the overarching story as you've established that you're going to do. I don't need like filler stuff or like stuff to like just expand the world a little bit. Like that doesn't like put out a comic book for that. Christ, give people a reason to go read comic books if they want it. But I don't need a TV show for that.
Right.
Like I was hoping this TV show was going to show us like the Dora Milaje and like dig into like that and what they were doing and how they worked all over. Like I thought it was going to be that, and I was stoked for it. Right. I was like, it's going to be like espionage with what they're doing around the world, and they've infiltrated all these places and they're doing all this cool spot. Like none of that.
No, that's not what it is.
It's a historical documentary.
Yes.
But like I said, it was perfectly fine filler. But I couldn't get invested in it even though I tried. So I think that is all the geek news that we have for this week. Thanks everybody for joining. Special day, special time.
Thank you all.
Catch me at Jack Kid Music. You can catch Frank and our man T tomorrow night on the YouTubes on the Island of Relevancy. T's down there, yeah.
He's over there.
Or he's somewhere on whatever fancy device you're watching.
He's over on the other.
So again, Island of Relevancy on YouTube. Go check those guys out.
Lots to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, so many slams and summers and all sorts of things happen. Sucker punches, jellies.
There was some jelly. Yes, there was. Many. There was some jelly.
Bunny. There was a bunny there. There was a lot of things. Yeah, that's Jelly Roll's wife. It's fine.
Oh, crap. That's right. There was a bunny.
Look at me.
Touche.
Look at me. There's people you couldn't see. All the things. So thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us. We will see you all next time.
Bye.